Hey guys, welcome back. Ivan Blasquez here. We're going to be discussing a natural food source that can help to target belly fat. This food source is seaweed. It's basically a sea vegetable. In fact, there are many fat loss supplements that have been based off of some of the compounds, particularly fucoxanthin. So essentially, the main thing is seaweed is primarily fiber. In fact, it's about 25 to 75% fiber by weight. So that's pretty remarkable. Obviously, that is going to help with our gut microbiome, as I will get to shortly. But I want to mention that it's a natural carb and fat blocker. It actually helps to inhibit some of the digestive enzymes that break down fat as well as carbohydrates, particularly lipase as well as amylase. And so essentially, seaweed is also very viscous. It's gel forming. And so that actually plays a role in stimulating our gastric or stomach stretch receptors, as I've touched on in previous videos, and the benefits of fiber doing this, helping us feel full on less. And that's one of the keys, because seaweed is naturally very low in calories. And as I said, it's a very high fiber source, which, let's talk about the gut microbiome. So it has a prebiotic effect. It increases the short chain fatty acid production, which has many beneficial effects on our health. And then it also it has a prebiotic effect. It actually increases some of the good strains of bacteria, particularly the bifidobacteria, which has also been shown to be prevalent in lean gut bacteria. So essentially, it makes you lean from the inside out. It can actually help to change the culture in the cultures in your gut microbiome towards a leaner phenotype, as well as specifically, you're not going to believe this, it actually increases uncoupling protein 1. But essentially, it does it in our white adipose tissue fat, which is mainly kind of a sluggish, sedentary fat. It actually drives up uncoupling protein 1 activity in our white adipose tissue, which increases heat generation and can have a calorie burning effect. This is actually found specifically in belly fat. So I thought that was really remarkable. And also, seaweed is also a staple in the Okinawan diet, which is basically one of the blue zones. It's also one of the autophagy foods that I've listed in my autophagy video on how to feast for autophagy. It's also it's actually a caloric restriction mimetic in that regard, but also it could be a possible exercise mimetic in that fucoidan is an AMPK agonist, which is by definition what an exercise mimetic is, and this is based on the AMPK correlation with uncoupling protein 1 activity. It also increases adiponectin, which is a fat-burning adipokine, as I've discussed in previous videos. And also there are many polyphenols in seaweed as well. You can check out the studies. I'll go ahead and have all those studies listed down below for your convenience. So anyway, guys, I just want to close it out with that. It's also important that, so there are many ways that we can consume seaweed, particularly, sushi. You could also consume it with a seaweed salad. It's in many, personally, I consume it with seaweed chips. I love that because it's a nice little swap out for what might be a tempting unhealthy treats or snacks like chips and so forth. But the key is with the chips, and I've had this happen before, sometimes there are actual brands that add sugar to it. So you got to make sure there's no sugar, because and actually kind of flies in the face of making sense, because to me, seaweed is more of a savory kind of a snack or flavor or umami flavor, but yet there are some brands that you put sugar in it. So anyway, just wanted to close out with that. As always, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.